Hello and welcome back to welcome to the first just recorded video that I'm going to be sticking up on my YouTube channel. I thought we'd start off with something, something easy, well, I was in the mood to play Minecraft, so we're playing Minecraft basically. That's not that. F5? I look like a guy with a headset. Okay, probably should change that at some point. Yeah, I've been playing a fair amount. When I say a fair amount, I'm playing for the past couple of days with a friend, and I have actually been doing some recordings of it, with all intention of uploading them and, whatnot. Video that went wrong. That's what I don't know if it... Basically, a few days ago, I spent like an entire day trying to make the audio better. Trying to implement multiple audio tracks, because I knew that it, VLC could do it. Not VLC, sorry. I've just been using VLC, so I'm confused. I knew that OBS could do it, sorry. And yeah, like it would allow me a greater deal of editing when it came to editing the audio. So I spent all night. I finally figured out how to do that. The hardest part was setting up. The hardest part was I forgot how you do things. Yeah, the hardest part was setting up it so that if I was playing with a friend, I could have the Skype come through. I could have the Skype come through a separate audio channel. I literally can't seem to focus on one. I mean, I probably shouldn't have built the axe. That's stupid, but whatever. It's good. But yeah, like, it would have been nice so that if I'm ever playing whatever game with my friends, to make it so I can edit them. Because when I'd recorded that day, I'd recorded a video of me and my mates playing some Minecraft on a server, just us two. And the game was too loud, and he was too loud, and I had no control over that. So I figured it out, realised that a bunch of my problems just came from this, a program that I was using not being able to do it, but me setting everything up correctly. Like, for example, I'd set everything up correctly, but for some reason, I need to find some stone. Yes, for some reason I need to find some stone. For some reason, it wasn't working with Discord. So unfortunately, if I am going to stream with friends, I'm going to have to use Skype, because it works fine with Skype, but I didn't discover this until like hours of thinking that I'd done something wrong. The next case came with, what it was. Yeah, I'm using HitFilm Pro, or not HitFilm Pro, HitFilm Express, sorry, to edit my videos now. And I was importing the things in, and it said that I had multiple audio files, but there was just none appearing. So, yeah, so multiple audio files, but said there was none appearing, so I was just a bit, confused. So again, spent another couple of, hour or so trying to figure that out until I realised, yeah, because you're just Googling stuff. I hate it when, one of the worst things I find is when you Google, okay, I've got this problem, and someone else has asked that same question and there just isn't an answer anywhere. Luckily I managed to come across something, and eventually people just said, no, as far as I know, HitFilm Express does not allow you to import multiple audio clips in one import, from one video. Luckily, yeah, there are ways around it. It means I have to put a little bit of extra effort in, but yeah, so it was that. And then, so I finally got it finished. It's good. So I was like, yes, okay. The next day came about, and I was like, I am going to record some Here's the Storm. Just going to play 3 games, and I recorded 3 games. They went, as you would expect from my channel. So maybe this is actually a good thing when I'm playing a non-competitive game. It can't go that badly. Okay, I feel like I've got enough stone. Now I need to find somewhere to build that's interesting. There's a bunch of sheep back there. Ooh. Oh no, I need some coal. Some coal would be nice. Yeah, well there it is. Thank you. Questions answered. So I recorded 3 games, it was going alright, I was like, yeah, this could be good. Came to edit it, realised that I hadn't turned them new settings on. So again, I had one audio track, and the game was the problem I have with my current setup, which is hopefully something I'm going to remedy, and I've actually been looking into it, is that my mouse, the only place I can really put it, or my mic, sorry, I would like it in front of my face, but if it's in front of my face, I can't see my screens. I can't see my screen. It has to be in a place where it's constantly blocking some space, and it's just a bit frustrating, and it's just a bit annoying, but that's what I have to deal with right now until I get some sort of ways of... I've been looking into buying some monitor, like just some monitor stands, or even just like some sort of shelf that I can just use to lift up my monitors. Thought it was just, yeah, it was annoying, and it put me off doing anything more that day. I was like, you know, I could stream some. I thought about just jumping. Ooh, I heard. Oh, there he is, little dude. Oh, there are sheeps. I wouldn't mind maybe just killing some of these sheeps and hoping to get some bedding, and then I can build myself a nice little bed. Free wall, great, and some lamb. More mutton. So yeah, I forgot which direction I came from. Let's head this way. Probably the way we came. So yeah, I was a little disheartened about the whole deal. Decided to try and get some animation done. That did not go well either. Probably made some torches. 30 fucking coal. That was a huge thing. And I was actually earlier, because I was contemplating, like, okay, what do I record? Like I'm gonna start just. I want to play some games, so why not just record me playing them at the same time? Like, there's no downside to that really. Like, if people don't watch, they don't watch. Ooh, mountains. That's my jam. That's where we're going. Luckily we've got some walls, so I can just sleep through the night. But yeah, I hadn't played Minecraft single player in 3 years maybe. It's been a while. Like, definitely, it's been a. Because I hadn't played it in ages, and then just, you know, I remember a few years ago, during my 2nd or 3rd year of uni, one of my mates was just like, fantasy coming on. I was like, yeah, you know, I didn't really. I was like, no, that's that. I don't like that game anymore. I just pretty much, for some reason, I decided I didn't like that game. I was like, I don't like Minecraft anymore. It's that. I don't know. It became you know, when you originally played it, it was that awesome, like yeah, that awesome indie game that kind of came out of nowhere and was super weird, but yet, like, you know, a few people you know played, and other people were like, this is a weird game, why the hell would you play this game? And then it became that thing my sister plays. You know, then the thing you see, it's that thing you see every kid in the world, like, wearing a Minecraft t-shirt, or whatever. I'm watching various different Minecraft streams and videos and things. So it just didn't seem like a thing that maybe I'd enjoy. Like, I'd convinced myself I didn't like it, but it's one of them games that when I get back into, it's, yeah, when I get back into it, I really get back in. Oh, damn it! What's it doing? I like that road. Oh god, I hate these sections where you just have to, like. And then my friend Dave, or Pirius, will, he's, I guess, the generalist player. Like, he does almost what he's supposed to. He explores out, he finds the things, he builds his little house, and he slowly progresses, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. I seem to function as the decorator. Like, that's what I do in this game. I make the things, I try and attempt to make the things look as pretty as possible. Which is a weird kind of role to have, but I just kind of enjoy, like, whilst, you know, they're all off, you know, exploring or digging out huge caves, I'm there trying to, like, decide what's the best I really can't words right now. Yeah, decide what's the best like, layout for my house, and decide what's the best things, what material would work best for the walls, what material would work best for the floors. all stuff like that. So that's my gameplay just involves around that, and then eventually I will build a big train system. But that's usually my end goal, and it's always like an absolutely great time when we all play together. So I would like to get in on that again. Okay. Okay, let's find some. This is. It's not spawned me anywhere interesting. It's just in the middle of a forest, and I'm just not a fan of this whole area. Just so I can start creating the nicest, you know, making sure that I have a carpet that looks nice. Oh, I'm pretty sure there's something you do with these. Hit it with a bed. Yeah, I'm sure you need that to make paper, which is what I need to make maps, which I think is going to be very relevant. Oh, that looks like the direction I need to go in. Like mountainous, hilly areas. I can build some on the top, I can build some on the side. I generally like to start with yeah, just like a cave that's already there that I get to, you know, I get to add to. What's kind of cool is because I don't play it regularly enough, so when I do come back, there's usually been like a big bunch of updates that I will slowly get to. I mean, I'll read them, but it'll be like, you know, they'll add a different like, biome or something. I'll come across something that will like be super cool. And I think I remember reading and seeing about these like dirt paths, and I was like in my head like, oh, how can I implement this into my house / village? Oh, that looks cool. I'm not sure if it's going to take me another night to just find exactly where I want to go, but a bit of snow on the top there, that's cool. Some sheep. A load of coal. I'll come back and get them in a bit. Oh, maybe I shouldn't. I mean, I go through coal like a fair amount, because of my need to. I don't really use cobblestone for building at all. Like I use stone bricks or mossy stone bricks or something like that. Which means having to burn cobblestone to turn it back into stone, which is using up a resource. I mean, I guess it's less relevant here, but when I'm playing with friends and we all kind of compile our resources, you know, I'm going through all of their coal just to burn stone. So I've started to have to use charcoal really as a more renewable form, which means I need to find somewhere where I will be able to build a decent sized like orchard or something that I can cut down for wood. Yeah, and so the first time we went in, there's also my friend Joe, or Mr. Machinery, I guess. He joined a lot during the sort of our first sort of session together. He joined a lot later, so we were already off doing what we were doing, building our death fortresses or underground. You know, me trying to figure out what the correct position to the fireplace and which wall should be the feature wall. And he just started. And he spawned into, because when we originally spawned, we spawned into this just village, like where there were people, and it came to night, or we either spawned in the village or came across it when it was near nighttime. So we were like, okay, we'll stay here overnight. One of us, I couldn't remember who it was, smashed one of the windows or broke something, and it caused the zombies to be able to get in, so the entire village was just killed, and we just fled. Found a nice cave, kind of just forgot about all these people that we got killed. My mate joined, he spawned in came across the same place. Also came across a rabbit and befriended it, called it Oliver, I believe. Okay, this place was cool. It's a bit open, but I'm liking it. I'm liking all of this, to be fair. I'm big fan. I'm gonna climb up to the top of this, see if anything else looks good. Yeah, so he found a rabbit, he called it Oliver, and just, you know, just in case you didn't know, Minecraft rabbits, I don't believe can be tamed, and if they can, they couldn't be then, so he just followed it around. Like, it jumped into one of these houses, and he basically was like, yes, this house is now mine. So it's cool. he lived there, but he pretty much it was kind of crazy like how we all fit into our characters, and he kind of became this just deranged hermit. Like he lived in this abandoned, like zombie infested town that he built dirt walls and whatever like material he had to try and attempt to keep these out, but somehow they kept spawning. I mean, he wasn't putting up enough torches or something. With his pet rabbit. Time to. But yeah, no, all of us were like, you know, jokingly threatening to, you know, to find, you know, to come over and take Oliver away from him and stuff like that, and he'd, you know, he'd freak out and it'd be fun. But then it just got to this point where we just heard this like over Skype, like this sort of gasp, followed by like an explosion. And he was like, "Oh god, a creeper!" It was like, "Oliver!" And it was just this weird thing how we were like joking and taking the mick. But I remember just all of us just almost went silent, like, "Oh god!" Like in this, like we were only joking. We didn't expect that to happen. But yeah, it just, and somehow throughout whatever it means, the rabbit did not die. Yeah. Just what I guess I learned to just love about Minecraft. I learned to love. That's what I love about Minecraft. It's just the weird and kind of things that can just happen, and how each person has their own like tea, I believe. Like maybe is it just floating? I assume that was just like hadn't popped in yet, but that is super cool and feels very Death Fortressy. But yeah. I'm gonna walk this way. There's a nice flat thing. Oh god, there's so much coal. How much coal do I have? Like a lot. I don't need any more for now. A thing that I've realised that I'm gonna have to start doing is coming up with topics, and because originally I was just going to go in and just play a game, but I'd like to be able to talk about certain things, and I always have ideas about what I want to talk about, even though it's just talking to myself, or like, you know, I have to, but there are things that I would want to discuss and just chat about and stuff like that, that at the time of recording I just can't remember what the hell I was ever like wanted to talk about. So I almost want to like start writing down like topic lists of like, okay, you know, this, oh crap, big deep cave thing. Yeah, like today, like just gonna, no, I'm not gonna like bring it up like, okay, today we're going to talk about this such and such a thing. It's just gonna be more like, you know, for my personal reference. Oh god, I really don't know where I'm gonna. This entire video could just be me looking for a nice place to build a house, which, you know, could be fine. But yeah, sorry. Keep getting off topic. Going back to the thing. Yeah, I would like personally myself to have a sort of guide for like, okay, try and like today we're gonna. Is that lava? Yes. Okay, that's fine. But this is where the first big chunk of the game is going to take place. It's going to be where I finally decide this to be. And it is always nice to come across a little cave first, because then I can kind of, it gives me an initial sense of scale, gives me an initial task, like that isn't just, you know, build the house. It's the task is make sure this cave is no longer cave looking. I guess looks like a, you know, it's flat and it's all one type of rock or one type of material. Where am I now in comparison to the big pool of lava? Oh, I lost it. Damn. Yeah, I think I'm gonna build on the top of that thing, and then build down and around and out. It looks kind of cool. It looks looks strange. Yes, pig. I agree. You have some valid points. Yes, indeed. Where the hell is my lava gone? What the hell? Where's my lava? I saw lava. I was super excited about it. This pig's already annoying though. Oh shit, I thought. Oh, there's my lava. There's the pit of lava. It's gonna be yet to be seen how this video will be dealt with, I guess, like how I'm doing it, whether or not I'm just gonna, I mean, I'm gonna do a lot of, like, this is gonna be my first sort of big editing deal, because the thing with streams is I put replays of my streams up. I cut out the start, middle, and end. That is my goal. That is what I do with them. And then I post them up. Whereas this, there's been a lot of times where I've very much gone off on, not gone off on things, but just long pauses that don't need to be there. Just wandering around now. Yeah, long pauses that don't want to be there. I had a coughing fit a bit ago, which I don't expect is going to make it into the final cut. But yeah, I'm looking forward to just start. I always find it weird. I mean, this is obviously a weird tangent, or weird. This is a weird thing to go off on, but I don't get why Facebook seems to inform me when just people like update their status. Like, I can understand it, you know, going like, such and such a person mentioned you in their post, and you're like, okay, that's cool, that's relevant to me. Or this person is, I don't know, maybe like in your area, or I don't know how to, but there must be some sort of algorithm or something to, you know, to explain why it does it. What's going on? But I find it strange, like just now, like someone, it just went, this person updated their status, and I'm like, I mean, I know that person, but I haven't ever messaged on Facebook. I've more show no interest in messaging them on Facebook. 1, 2, 3, 4, sorry. What I find it strange is that Facebook just decides, like, who, like, almost seemingly at random, like which person it will just send me a notification. I just go on then. That's why I brought this up, and I just found it strange that it's just like, this person updated their status. Nothing about you, they just did. And I'm like, that's great. That's how your website functions. I mean, I guess Twitter kind of does a similar thing where it's like, these are tweets that might interest you, I guess, and I'm assuming it's doing something like that, like, you know, this person put something that might interest you. And you're like, great, that's... It didn't. So, I don't... Oh shit. You get 3 doors? What the hell would give you 3 doors? Not that. Yeah. Let's go with this. This is probably the width of this part, at least. It's only a pretty exciting house at the moment. I mean, I'm gonna... So that's gonna be like that. Dig further down. I'm a fan of the sort of... I'm gonna build like various different like hubs, I guess. Is my plan. Is to like dig this way a bit, like build a room that's probably like square-ish. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 5. Yeah, it's 10 by. I'll build a 10 by 10 room and then dig a high ceiling, obviously, so I can jump. and then off that I'll build various different paths going, like, I just did a hand motion, forgetting that for these I don't have my webcam. Yeah, I'll build, you know, various different paths taking me to various different rooms, hopefully through, like, entirely, like, through the mountain and various different sides, so they come out in cool places, and it, you know, feels a bit cool. That's my 7, 8, 9, 9. So now I've finished my plan to get Facebook in a way. But no, I'm not one of them people that hate it, because it's just a thing like, oh, I deleted my account years ago and blah blah blah, stuff like that. I don't really get that. Like, as much as I don't use it at all, it is a very nice tool for being able to keep in contact with just people that are easy, and also being able to allow people to contact you. Just being all like, instead of like, okay, here's my phone number that you might, you know, here's my phone number, or here's my whatever, Twitter. I know Twitter's the same, but yeah, no, even though, rather than just being like, here's my phone number, you just say, here's my name, find me online, you know what I look like, especially if you're in person. Just adding people like that, I feel like it has a lot of benefits. I don't use it, I don't sit there and scroll through it. Because, I mean, there isn't much stuff on there that appeals to me, but it does mean, because I don't go on it, I miss people's birthdays, because I don't know the dates of people's birthdays most of the time. And I'll always seem to just happen to log on to Facebook just to make the little one go away or whatever on my phone. The day after, like a fairly, like, sort of a friend's birthday, but not a friend that I'm close enough to that they would, like, have said that it's their birthday, and then I kind of just feel bad. Kind of feel just like a massive dick. I've started to understand why the people who usually record Minecraft or stream Minecraft usually do it with other people. Because on its own, Minecraft is a fairly sort of like sit down, monotonous game in a way. Like, you're watching, if you are watching this, right on the edge of this thing. Oh yeah, spiders don't die in sunlight, do they? I guess I killed the pigs, because they're the most... They have the least use. Like, outside of food. I mean, eventually I'll, eventually I'll set up my own a little farm so I can just grow and make bread. Because I don't want to completely deplete the animal population of this area. Because I've done that before and then it becomes really, really awkward. So that's where I am. So, I'm just trying to have a look. Like, say if I was to dig up, where would it put me? It would put me... a couple of arrows, that'll be useful. It put me like somewhere around here. Which isn't too bad, I guess. I could dig through, and then that maybe has a chance of me hitting into that lava. I'll see. That's my job for the day after I stick in this meat to cook. Where the hell is my front door? Here it is. I'm going to carve out, the base, and then I go back, and because I need shears. There are loads of sheep out there. Unfortunately, quite a lot of them aren't just like different colour. Like, I need the white ones. So don't want to offset my need for symmetry. I just want to see how far I can dig this way. Like, to a certain extent before realising that I am indeed, like, too far down and therefore can't. what's actually going to be very strange is this is going to be one of the first videos I'm going to, like, do I have a spade? I do. Like, listen through. Like, because before I just assume everything, not assume everything went okay, but I'm assuming I'm going to have to hit the end of something. I'm not. Sweet. That's awesome. Yeah. What's going to be interesting is that I'm going to listen all the way through. I'm going to listen all the way through this video because I'm going to have to know what parts to take out, what parts to leave in. I'm going to, cut out the big chunks of nothing. Cover this up for now. Like having a little bit of headroom. Oh, I done that. Okay, it is nice as well because what I tend to sorry, before I go off on that tangent, I'll finish my I'll finish what I was saying. Usually I don't listen to my videos all the way through. I skim them and make sure the audio is working, and then I just call it a day. I do a little bit of editing, like I said before, and that's it. But this one I need to know, like, what to leave, what to cut out, what's good, what's bad. And yeah. So it's going to be strange, because obviously everyone has that hatred of listening to their own voice. Turns out, like, having to do it, kind of, because I had listened to it a bit because of these things, has almost made me not care as much. Like, I don't have such an aversion to my own voice anymore. But yeah, having to spend like I'm probably only going to go for an hour. Like, I'm just going to keep this as this minor video series that I update. Yeah, scheduling is something that I'm working on at the moment. But yeah, just a video series update, just when I fancy playing Minecraft, and it's just going to be continuing on this server, on this world, I should say. I really hope I come out the side of this. I need to work out, like, whether or not I am, though, because I don't like the idea of digging just a lot in that direction. There's a chance that it will. There's also a chance that it won't. There's also a chance that I run into lava again. That is my... Yeah, I don't believe I'm getting out of this anytime soon. But that's kind of the point. Along the way, I could build like off rooms and stuff like that. I do like to kind of build this maze of sort of tunnels that slowly, because it slowly gets decorated. But yeah, going back to what I was going to say actually about the game, I like to take this stuff, this kind of crap that you accumulate, and use its decoration. Like, I'd like to have it so it fills this like middle section of wall. And then you use that as like a path that goes all the way down, goes around the door. And I use it usually, like if I'm building something like this, I want to see how much that direction is as well, to almost directions, like, okay, I need to go down the ambusite path or whatever, like, so that's where I'll go. Okay, this side should come out pretty soon, and it'll be, that'll be a cool little thing. I need to go over there, cut down some trees. I'm probably only going to, like... Damn. I'm gonna have to start using stone pickaxes again. And I used all the wood to build torches. feel like we're very close to the gotta be very close to the edge. Like, I don't know. The thing I don't like about, like, because the first time I came back to this after a while is they'd added the all of them kind of new like stone materials, and I don't like how much this one looks like gravel. It's really, really annoying, if anything. Oh, this is frustrating. Because I think I just keep building forward. Like, call the end of it here, but make sure there's like a nice path at least. Do I have any doors left now? Do I have enough wood to build a door? I have enough wood to build. Yeah, I'm gonna put that like that. Oh no, I need to put like 2 above it because I'm gonna end up cutting out. Oh, I don't think it's through. Yeah, because I'm gonna end up cutting out the top. But this is where it will like end. But I'm gonna make it so like everything too smooth, so you don't have to do just any of that constant hopping to get anywhere. Let's set this bed up then, and call it a night, and call it an end of a show, after I've stuffed my face with pork. And made some doors. I'll stick these doors on, jump into bed, and then call it a show. Yes, thank you for joining me for this, pretty uneventful game of Minecraft. I'll see you next time.